Hello Scorpio, welcome to Spirit in You. My name is Debbie and this is your January 2019 spread for the month. So I've put out 8 cards for your timeline and we'll go through them now. I'll just put the camera down for you and we'll have a look at what January has in store. Hope Christmas was really nice for you. Let's have a look at what the cards say, shall we? Just bear with me while I put the camera down. There we are. Now, can you see Scorpio though? First of all, you have the Father of Cups. So this is your very own sign here. I like the fact that we're going to start the month off with Scorpio. So this would be the King of Cups. So what this tells me straight away is that we're dealing with our very own sign, Scorpio, male or female, that's masculine or feminine energy. But what it does say is that the month starts off with us feeling like we're stepping into ourselves, stepping into our space, stepping into who we are, as it were, because this is our sign. And it lets us know that we've got quite a good handle on our emotional states. This also could be that there's a Scorpio person that's around you, you being a Scorpio, but another Scorpio person coming in, or that energy, that intensity that Scorpio always has. I do get a sense of business with this particular card as well, although it would definitely denote to emotions because of the cups. I'm getting a sense of business, and also I'm getting the number 3 coming through for some of you. The energy with this card is very upright, it's very steady, it's very creative, it's very promising. So I do believe that as you kick off January, you'll have a lot of inspiration. You'll be wanting to start that month with your sort of scorpionic energy. I think that's the right word. That's the word I'm feeling I want to give you. A lot of energy. And I think that will be something that'll feel almost victorious really quite quickly. So you'll be going into the month feeling like, well, I want to get this done. I want to move forward. So emotions feeling steady, which is good, but an intensity with them because there's stuff that you want to do. So I like that, male or female for that matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't come through as either. It comes through as an intensity. Certainly around business, it's like you're in your business now, you're doing your job and you've got a renewed energy, as January would often show us. Then we come on to the Daughter of Swords here. This is lovely for you because this kind of ties in with the Father of Cups as well. And it says, I've got attention to detail. I've got an eye on the prize. I know which way I'm going. It's a strong form of intellect as well. So there could be a message coming through for you, Scorpio. And the message that will come through will be very much on an intellectual level. It could be somebody delivering a message to you, which is something you've been waiting for and something that you've kind of wanted to get your teeth into as well. It could be a project that's coming along that, has made you a little bit starry-eyed and has made you think about what you want to do this month coming. And this feels very positive. Because it's a daughter, we can draw in that sort of feminine, slightly younger energy. So it could be that there's a female that's coming along that's got all these ideas and she's all fired up and feels all energetic about it, as the same as we have here, and she wants to put her ideas forward. There's a lot of detail in these ideas. So either somebody coming in with a lot of ideas or you just feeling full of it. And I'm getting a sense of you feeling really quite good about that as well. Sort of, it feels very heart-centered to me. So it could be a business venture that's heart-centered, that's people-centered, but something that's really important, something where you're going to need to use your keen eye, your strong intellect, and something that you're going to feel like you really want to get a grip of. That's how I'm getting it. So lots of intellect, lots of thoughts going on here, but they're magical thoughts and they do really centre you. And as we move on now, coming kind of into the second week, because obviously energy is fluid, we've got the 9 of Pentacles here, which is lovely because that's drawing on the material side, that's drawing on the business side, that's drawing on the money that's important to you. The energy feels very steady here, but powerful. And I've got that energy here as well as we go in. So you there being very strong, or this person coming in with that energy, and again going into the second week. So Pentacles is lovely for you. lots of materialistic things on your mind. How are you moving forward? How are you planning things? But also a sense of looking at yourself in January now thinking, well, actually, I've achieved quite a lot so far. I'm feeling as if I'm really becoming more independent. There's a certain stature with this feeling. I've feathered my nest, you know, I've crossed the T's and dotted the I's where I needed to, again, with this attention to detail here. So I'm feeling pretty good about this as I'm getting it sort of sense-wise. And I like the fact that it's number 9, because that means that you're going to be kind of looking at the situation, looking into how you're feeling about things, looking under, uncovering, delving in, getting into the nitty-gritty, and also realising that, you know, you've achieved an awful lot. There's a sense of comfort with this card as well, that you're going to be, I feel as if you'll be looking at what you've achieved so far and feeling really pretty good about it. Again, male or female, you're going to be feeling, well, I think I've done pretty well here. I've worked pretty hard. I've tried my best, and I've got you feeling quite good about the clothes that you're wearing, the home that you're living in, and what you're doing on that material basis. And then as you come through again, we've got, yeah, look at that, 2, 4, 6. We've got the 9 of Swords there. So we've got 2 9s going on here. So that just brings us straight back to number 9 again, where I feel we're uncovering things. Now this card here, again, as I'm getting it, is your eye on the prize, your eye on the detail, your attention to detail. There's a lot of thought going into what you want to do. Could be that you've been dreaming about things, you've been thinking about stuff a lot. It might be that you've even had the odd sleepless night, the odd restless night, where stuff's been going over and over in your mind. But I want you to just remember that they are only thoughts, so don't let it get on top of you. Remember that you've got a creative side to you. You've got the ability to turn those thoughts into actions, and taking action will be quite important for you as well. So don't take all your thoughts to bed with you. Bit of meditation and leaving unnecessary thoughts behind would be very good for you. So this feels to me, again, as if you're crossing those T's and dotting the I's. It feels positive. It's you moving forward with your ideas and your thoughts, and you uncovering and you studying for something, or studying the detail that's needed, having a keen eye and a keen nose for something. And then going into the 3rd week here, as you've got the 8 of Cups here. So I beg your pardon, the 7 of Cups. Now the 7 of Cups would say, well, I've got all these choices here. What shall I do? Which way will I turn? What feels right for me? Well, I like the fact that you've got this keen eye. So I imagine you looking at the situation and working out what you feel is best for you. Can you see how these two are looking at each other as you start the month, and as you start the beginning of the month and you go into your 3rd? They're looking up and they're looking down at each other. So I get a sense of being quite strong in my emotions. Yes, there are some choices, but whatever those choices are, I think you'll choose the one that feels most heart-centered to you, because that's what I was getting right at the very beginning here. Some of you will be venturing into something that's very heart-centered in the workplace, even in your love life, but it will feel as if it comes from you, an inner knowing, because I've got lots of attention to detail as I'm getting it now, lots of eyes on the prize, and that's very strong for me. The whole reading is pulling me into detail as I look at the cards and as these feelings are coming through for me to deliver to you. So I do like the idea that you're going to have a look at all of your options. Look at your options. Which way do you want to turn? Don't overthink it. What feels right for you? And whatever feels right, you take that option, whether it's in a love situation or whether it's in your work or your business. What feels heart-centered? What feels right to you? And make that decision based on that. And then again, what we come into now is the Tower. Okay, 2 people being very important. Two situations arising here, 2 choices even, same as choices here, but you'll make the right one. The Tower is a tower of strength, as this reading comes through, is you realising that things have got to be shook up a little bit and things have got to be really narrowed down for you to get to the bottom of the situation, for you to work out which way you want to go with things. Sometimes we really do have to strip everything back to make the decision that we want to make in our love life, in our business, in our partnerships, in our relationships with the world, really, and with the people that are around us. And the Tower would say, well, you've got enough strength inside of you. And if you do doubt it, we'll give you that strength, because there's an intensity inside of you. There's a need to achieve something that drives you forward. And when the Tower presents itself, it just means that something's going to change, and it's going to change for the better, because changes always come. Sometimes we think, well, I wasn't expecting that. I'm not sure if I even want it. But it's always for a reason, and it's always for your highest good. So this feels you standing tall, standing in your space as you did at the very beginning of your reading with your Father of Cups, your King of Cups here. This is you being you being self-assured, you being, I don't know, feeling like you're ready to take the steps that you need to take. Again, it could be in your business, and it could be in your relationship. You know, if something has to break down for it to be repaired, that's okay. You can do that, and you've got the strength to do that. And then moving into the 4th week here, and look how you go in with the Ace of Pentacles. So this is the eye on the detail, the target. You know, I'm getting that sense of eyes and targets and detail within these cards, all of them. Now, in your work, this is saying that something really good is going to come along for you, a business opportunity. It's you being very sure of yourself on a material basis, an earthly basis, and also a very holistic basis. So when the Ace of Pentacles comes along for you, there's something divine going on here. There's something happening that is very welcomed for you. And it's that pulling that arrow back and firing your crossbow and hitting the target, which is what you get with the Ace of Pentacles. It's very fruitful. So again, in your love life, it could be exactly the same. This is the eye on the prize, the man you wanted, the girl you wanted, the person you wanted. It being right for you and you being on target. So a very welcome card for you. And as you go on to the end of the month here, you have the 5 of Cups. So I want to go straight over as the card looks over diagonally, sort of looking down, looking up. And, you know, I get this sense of their heads, you know, let's take things out of our heads and let's bring it to our heart center. It's a creation, and it's a way of you being creative. As you go through this month, you're going to find yourself feeling creative. You're going to find yourself really thinking about the detail in your life, in your business, in your work, in your relationships. What do you want from them? How can you look at the situation and how can you make it better? How can you improve on it? What choices do you need to make? What do you need to shake up for things to get right for you? So looking at the end of the month and ending on the 5 of Cups here just tells me that you really will be sniffing out what is right, is what I'm being given, sniffing out what is needed. You're very good at uncovering and delving and digging deep, and this month will get you doing that. You'll be looking at what you've got, feathering your nest. How am I doing in my work, my business, my relationships, my partnerships? Where do I see them going? What do I need to whittle down? What do I need to put to one side if it isn't serving me? Now, you know that you've been through a lot in 2018. You've been through a lot and you've learned a lot. You will continue to do so. But what you have also learned is that innate ability that you have to really cut to the chase, to get rid of the debris and to move forward with your thoughts, your feelings, your goals and your desires. And that's what you're going to be doing in January. In fact, that's the kind of precedence that you're going to set yourself for the rest of the year. So 2019 is going to be one of those years where you really want to crack on. You want to just dissolve what isn't needed and you want to bring forward what is. You want to sort of rise like the phoenix out of the ashes. You want to just cleanse everything and move forward. I see this being a month of a lot of heart-centered work, sort of pulled to my tummy here, but it's my heart-centered love and work. And then you had an angel card and you've got sign from above. And I think that ends your reading really well because it shows that there's divine intervention here, that there's an infinite wisdom that knows better than all of us, but is helping you, that helping hand, that people that are in spirit, your loved ones that are in spirit, your ancestors, that much wider universal love. So sign from above is also a hand from above, which I felt with the pentacles that you've got here. And I like the way this picture depicts the hands reaching out, giving a rose, receiving a rose. It's the gift, the gifts that keep coming to you. It's the universe being prepared to surprise and delight you, which is lovely and exactly what you need. So I think your month feels very nice. It feels very productive for me. I'm going to lift the camera up so I can just have a little chat with you. Hello there. The month is lovely. So you've got things going on that are going to inspire you, that are going to delight you, and that are going to get all your creative juices going. Because as I looked at these cards, as I've just gone through them with you, it certainly shows a sign of you really, really wanting to achieve something for yourself, wanting to really get on and dig deep and make things happen in January. So you want things to materialise. And the way to make them materialise is by you digging deep into yourself, pulling out your resources, your reserves, that sort of well of information and creativity that you've got inside of you. You have an ability to completely stand alone and do what you need to do, because you've got quite a according to these cards here and the feeling, you've got an inner strength that's going to get you through this. You've got the Tower coming through saying, I'm going to give you that strength, and if you doubt yourself for a moment, don't, because you'll draw on that inner strength. You've got lots of pentacles. You've got the pentacle aspect of it, which is the material side of it. You've got the water element as well, strongly, and you are a water sign. So you will combine your inner knowing and your inner knowledge along with some guided intervention here, that sign from above, the ace coming through, that's something being given to you, and being very greatly received. So I do get that sense of a divine intervention feeling for you. So the best way to tackle the month is to just go for it. Oh, something on my lip. Just literally go for it. Put yourself forward as a person. Do what you do best, which is just being you. You'll be productive. And I do feel that you'll have a really good month concentrating on what's important to you. What don't you need anymore, and what do you need? And as these situations present themselves, take what you want from it and develop that into something that's very productive for you in your work, in your love life, and all spheres of your life. So I hope that's helpful for you, Scorpio. Certainly enjoy the month. I will see you in February. If you did like this video, perhaps you would like and subscribe. That would be wonderful. And I will see you very soon. Enjoy the month. Bye bye now.